So our goal of this question is to express y in terms of x. And we're given this equation, 2 to the power of y equals 104 times the square root of 8, all in brackets, to the power of 8x minus 2, divided by 13 times 4, which is to the power of 7 minus 2x. And we've got to try and get our solution y in terms of x. So the big clue here will be 2 to the power of y. We're going to try and get everything on this side in terms of 2 to the power of something. That would be the first goal. So let's have a look at what's going on. What can we do? Well, we've got two numbers here, 104 and 13. Now I know 13 times 8 is 104. So straight away I can cancel those out. So let's just put them in before we start. So 13 times 8 is 104, so that becomes an 8. So 8 times square root, let's just get rid of that, square root of 8 to the power of 8x minus 2 over 4 to the power of 7 minus 2x. So we've still got the y's and the x's in the indices, but I've got rid of that 104 over 13 simplified to 8. Now I can't just do 8 divided by 4 is 2. That wouldn't work because this 4 is attached to this indice. So now my next goal is to try and do something with this square root of 8. Now 8 I know is 2 cubed. So that gives us 2 to the power of something. So 8 equals 2 cubed. So with that knowledge I'm going to put that inside here. So now I've got 2 to the y equals 2 cubed times square root of 2 cubed, and that's to the power of 8x minus 2. Now this 4, I've got 4 to the power of 7 minus 2x, I'm still not there with that. But what I do know is 4 equals 2 squared, going along with this theme. So I can now rewrite 4 as 2 squared. So now I've got 2 squared to the power of 7 minus 2x. So it looks like we're making some progress. Now what I've got here on my numerator, I've got 2 cubed times square root of 2 cubed, 8x to the minus 2. Now what I can do is when I multiply numbers with base 2, I can just add the indices. So if I can get this into base 2, straight away I can just add. So let's rewrite square root of something. So remember the square root of, for example, 2 cubed, which we have here, I can rewrite that. Anything to square root is to the power of a half. That is the same as 2 cubed to the power of a half. Now there's a property in indices that we need for this one, is a to the power of b to the power of c. So a bit like how we have here, a is our base. That is the same as a to the power of b times c. So I could just write that like that. So with this one here, I could just rewrite that as 2 to the power of 3 over 2. So I'm going to write that the same. So let's put that in there. So 2 to the y equals 2 cubed times 2 to the power of 3 over 2, all to the power of 8x minus 2. So that takes care of that. And then in the bottom here, I've got 2 squared to the power of 7 minus 2x. And now we can do some good things here. So I can rewrite this using this property. I can rewrite my numerator and my denominator. So here I'm now left with 2 to the power of y. I can now, as I've got 3 over 2 here, I can multiply this by 3 over 2 and then add 3. So I've got times 8x minus 2 times 3 over 2. So let's put that in here. Times 3 over 2. Well, 3 eighths of 24 divided by 2 is 12, so it gives me 12x. And then minus 2 times 3 over 2, 2 threes are 6, divided by 2, that gives me 3. So I've got 12x minus 3. So this numerator here is 2 to the power of 12x minus 3, and then I can here add 3. Whereas if I have this property, a to the power of b times a to the power of c is a to the power of b plus c. So I can just add 3 to my result here. So 12x minus 3 plus 3 just gives me 12x. So now I've got 2 to the 12x. So that's my indice. And my denominator, just times this by 2, I've got 14 minus 4x. So 14 minus 4x. Okay, now let's simplify this. So now my next property I've got is if I've got a to the power of b over a to the power of c, that gives me a to the b minus c. So with this, I could just write this as one number in base 2. So I've got 12x minus 14 minus 4x. So let's just be careful with this. So that gives me 12x minus 14 minus 4x. So 12x plus 4x gives me 16x. So I've got 2 to the 16x minus 14. So now I've got 2 to the y equals 2 to the power of something else. So therefore, for them to be equal, my y must equal 16x minus 14. So they will just cancel. And now I'm just left with, let's write my answer here. Y equals 16x minus 14. And that is good enough for my answer. Okay.